The house of Amouage. Absolutely love the house. They drop some gems, and they're definitely known for their individuality when it comes to that Middle Eastern spicy flow and performance. And how would I rank them in 2025? April 2025, today.
I don't know, you tell me.
What am I ranking these Amouage fragrances? How do they make me feel? What would I score them at? And what situations do I feel they're appropriate to wear? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's roll my music so I can rank, rate, and situationalize. Is that a word that I just absolutely made up?
Yes, you did!
Probably. 10 different Amouage fragrances in 2025 and see if I've lost love, gained love, need to trade, flip, sell, or swap. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 fragrances that have subpar performance. They're in the space of like, when I think of performance, I think of houses like Mancera. I think Manceras are really cheap and really good performers. These joints are a little bit bolder, more resinous, generally lean towards the darker side. It's not a ton of Amouage fragrances that have like a big puff of freshness.
Are you serious?
I would categorize them more as like resinous Middle Eastern kind of DNAs. And from what I remember seeing is like they have like gardens of florals and do a lot of shit in-house to really try to execute the best product possible. And it does reflect in the fragrances, at least the ones that I have smelled. So let's just jump right into them in no particular order. I'll let you know my thoughts on the fragrance. I'll give it a score as of today of 2025, and maybe one or two situations you can pull them off in. Starting off with my first baby, Amouage Jubilation 25. I think the original reference was like a golden cape on a shake, or Walter Mercado vibes on the back of a camel in the middle of the desert kind of energy. Regal elegance at its finest. One of the crown jewels of Amouage in my collection. When this is done, it will be repurchased.
Amen.
The elegance and opulence in this fragrance is something that I had never experienced before. This was one of my gateway drugs into the niche perfumery space. This Amouage fragrance was gifted to me by my chick, aka the parole officer, aka the biggest hater in the game. And it was a complete blind buy like the majority of my collection. I didn't come from the perfumery world. I knew designer fragrances like the majority of you. When I saw this bottle and the price tag attached to it, I automatically assumed 12, 13 years ago, ooh, this gotta be something super special because nobody's charging that kind of money for a fragrance. And in this case, absolutely special. For me, this is like entry-level funk. It's myrrh, resinous, amber, spicy, florals, on a different stratosphere. I think this fragrance has something like 20 notes, something ridiculous, but somehow they all marry beautifully to create not only an extraordinary performing fragrance, but super unique and absolutely gorgeous. It screams money, wealth, opulence, Rolls Royce, big energy.
That's what she said.
And if I were to rank this fragrance today, 2025 April, I would have to rank this fragrance a strong 9.5. Love this fragrance as it has emotional attachment and muscle memory like sexy vibes. Never complained about this fragrance, loved every facet of it. 9.5 is probably one of the highest ratings I've ever given a fragrance on this channel, but I'm gonna start being a little bit more, lenient and flexible, and in this particular case, it's just real deal Holyfield. It's phenomenal. Now, how can you wear this? Chilly, freezing, pea coat, heavy Japanese denim, chunky boot, maybe New York City Soho shopping vibes. Jubilation 25. Now we're going from 25 to 40. Amouage Jubilation 40. Darker, funkier, equally beast mode, but a little bit riskier. I think this fragrance is a little bit more polarizing to most people as it's a little bit more abrupt. It's a little bit more aggressive. It's a little bit funkier, but it still has sexy elements in this joint. You get a little bit of a dirty cumin. You absolutely get oody energy. There's a moistness. Oh, I hate that word.
Oh, it's bad. It's real bad.
But for me, 40 seems to scream a little bit more patchouli and amber forward. There's more grit, there's more aggressive nature. The camel took a couple of shits while walking through the desert and you still smell it. It's a little bit barnyardish. It's a little bit fruity at the same time. It's nice and incensey, and that incensey smoke is kind of catching all the facets. It's got the amber, the frankincense, the patchouli, the woods, the cinnamon. We still got rose energy. It's just a little funkier, same performance, but somebody who wants to be a little bit more risky and adventurous. In today's day, what would I rate this fragrance? I would have to rank this one a solid 7.8. And where to wear this joint? I mean cold. Only cold, nothing but the cold. Heavy duty Russian wardrobe. Forecast, 3.5 feet of snow. Or if you're in the Middle East, 3 steps away from the sun.
What the hell is even that?
I don't know how people pull this off in the high heat. If you're in one of those climates that pull this fragrance off, please feel free to share that below, because I haven't gotten an opportunity to test this in hot weather, nor do I really want to, but I am curious as shit how it performs. How do you smell, and does something off-putting come off of that? Because in my brain, I feel like it would. Cold weather only. Just don't risk it. Maybe the freshest fragrance in my Amouage collection? Amouage Honor Man. Definitely one of the newer ones that I just ripped the collar off this piece, but it is what it is. That just fucking happens. Also, frankincense, basil, beautiful pepper, vetiver, spicy, and a little bit of a minty kiss. This would probably be one of the freshest, if not the freshest in my collection. I don't even remember half of the shit that I have, but very enjoyable, slightly medicinal. It's got a little bit of a Bengay-ish kind of energy, but more of like the sensation of the Bengay when it opens up your lungs a little bit. That was my shoulder, just snapped. Arthritis is real.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I haven't worn this shit in a while, and it's kind of has a little bit of an addictive nature. The freshness and the spicy, gingery kind of after smell, and a little bit of like a kissed tea note, like a fresh tea note. Almost iced tea, but like truly like herbal. Cooling, refreshing, invigorating. Damn, fucking sexy actually. I'm getting minis. Damn. Okay, I need to pull Honor Man to the front of the line, because now it's gonna start to get a little bit warmer. I'm gonna have to give this a little bit more love. Damn, this shit is really good. I'm gonna throw this motherfucker like a 7.9, maybe an 8. Where can you wear this? Actually, it has a lot of versatility. This could be in that signature space. It's still a little smoky, but it has a lot of freshness. It's got spicy elements, but if you're in an aquatic situation, the little mintiness can like revitalize a little bit. It's freshy with body and spice. Nothing off-putting. There's no funk here that'll throw you off. There's no fecal caca smell. Coño, yeah, maybe an 8. Damn, Honor Man. This is why I like going through the collections again. Like, maybe your nose starts to pick up different things where it's a different type of vibe or energy that you're really appreciating, and I'm appreciating the shit out of this one. Honor Man. Damn. Love, 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 love Amouage Royal Tobacco. Love it. Polarizing. Not for everybody. Let's keep it clear. Definitely not for everybody. This is tobacco on a new level with chocolatey vibes, smoky woods. Oh. Bakar energy, all the fucking hookah you can snort. Sweet, chocolate dusting, candy pipe tobacco, a little bit of a raisin edge, dehydrated fruits, almost panettone vibe. Oh my God, this is a fucking 9. 9 all day, and y'all might not agree with me. Perfectly fine. Bro. Minis on this one also. Oh my God, absolutely phenomenal. Smoke, sweet dehydrated fruit, chocolatey dusting, panettone, yeasty, frankincense, hookah, cold weather only also, which the majority of these are gonna be that. A solid fucking 9, maybe even 9.5. It's just so remarkably sexy. But you really gotta be into rich fragrances, because there's nothing but richness in this shit. How and where to wear this? Again, cold weather for sure. How would I pull this off? Chilly New York City lounge with the boys. I will pull this off. Chilly New York City lounge with the boys. Cigar night. You're not necessarily going to be like in super close quarters, because everybody's gonna have their own smoke and have their own space to really enjoy it. So that's what I'm getting right here. Legend. All right, what are we jumping into now? Yeah. Reflexion, baba. Reflection Man by Amouage. The most versatile fragrance in the Amouage lineup. This is gentleman, swaggy, elegant. He's so good looking. That fragrance just puts him over the top. Super handsome, confident, inducing, musky, spicy fragrance that is ridiculous. Powdery essence, ultra musk, beautiful peppery energy, and a little softness coming off of like white florals, but the white florals really aren't gonna bring you over to any kind of femininity. This fragrance solely screams masculinity and wealth. Beautiful fragrance, could be worn in an office, tight quarters. Just don't overspray because it might be too much for the office. But this fragrance screams refinement, sophistication, elegance, success, confidence, compliment grabbing for sure for the right woman. This isn't going to be a little thought pocket who's bopping around these streets trying to make it big on OnlyFans. This is for somebody who's well established, got her own bread, don't need shit from you, but enjoys your company because you're clearly a person with taste. That's what this fragrance encompasses. This is an easy 8.8 out of 10. And when can it be worn? Whenever the fuck you want. Let's get crazy with Pepper and Journeyman. This was a blind buy that shocked the shit out of me when I first smelled it and still holds true. How do you balance like tobacco, spicy peppers, and then throw gin in the mix? Fresh, spice, dark, like a sweet underline. It's like a snozberry. I don't know, I'm making up a fruit here, but it's like not cherry because it's not overly sweet, but it's not raspberry because it's not overly tart. It's this sweet underline, almost a red blend wine that isn't overly sweet, but just very consumable and definitely like $4 a bottle. Probably comes in a box. Fresh, woody, sparkling, herbal, gin, little tobacco, an old, beautiful hand-carved desk. It's like redwood trees, and a little bit of a Coca-Cola vibe. Extraordinary fragrance, absolutely beautiful, easily an 8.3. When to wear this joint? I don't know, this feels like I'm going to shop at Crate & Barrel or one of those expensive furniture stores that literally do the whole showcased in actual woods. Like you smell foresty, hand-carved, and like I'm not leaving here without spending $1,000 on a pillow. This is kind of hippie-ish vibe. I wear hemp and bamboo. I need to go buy another 20 pack of incense for the apartment. This is like screaming a person who lives in Williamsburg, has my same vitamin D deficient skin, but has dreadlocks down to their ass. Definitely vegan. Yeah, this is a whole fucking vibe. Damn, man, this house is killer. Danger. Overture by Amouage. Woo! Whoa! Holy shit. I completely went into this prejudging this fragrance incorrectly. I thought it was gonna be extra cumin-y forward, which is now coming up, but it is boozy, raisin, cinnamon, anise. Oof. Ooh, but it has fucking just all the character. Nice alcohol in here. Like a nice little boozy cocktail. Not just a whiskey, a little Manhattan energy. I'm kind of salivating like I want to drink. Again, entry-level alcoholism. Yeah, cumin, woods, a bag of allspice, cinnamon, raisin, a Manhattan cocktail, fucking elegant, and a little funky. 8-1, where to wear this joint? Where to wear this fragrance? I'm going fedora shopping in Soho. Definitely chilly weather. Distressed jean. I'm not eating at Soho, but I will go for a cup of coffee. And hopefully it's not cold outside that I can sit. They have a little round table outside that I could just prop my knee up and just sip on a cafecito there with my brand new hat that I just got. Just politicking on life right before I hit the train. Little Soho shopping. A little bit of funk. I'm not indoors, so that shit can kind of air out, but performance factor on this fragrance is gonna be stoops. Yo, they're not missing, bro. They're not missing. Well, I spoke too soon. Black Iris. Okay, Interlude Man OG, the Blue Beast. Big performer. Probably the craziest performing one in the Amouage lineup. I liked that fragrance, and I've mentioned this in previous videos. I liked that fragrance on others. On others, it really struck a chord, it really popped off, and it was an interesting scent for others. On me, it was beyond obnoxious. It was a fragrance that overwhelmed my palate so much that I couldn't focus on anything else. It is such a... The name Blue Beast didn't just come out of nowhere. First of all, that shit lasted forever. You could not shower that fucking thing off. And the reality is I was probably in the minority of people who like didn't rock with that shit. I just couldn't do it. I could not have done it. But I said, Black Iris came out, let me give this a shot. I'm not gonna hold you. It's been a minute that I haven't smelled this fragrance. I have no idea how I'm gonna react to this right now, so here we go.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
It It went directly to my lungs. I shouldn't have smelled it that close. Okay. Let me try that again. Bro, I can't fucking breathe. All right. Very powdery, very potent, strong, dark, very like heavy. It's a heavy scent. It's very powdery forward and dry, but it also has a big smack of oud, but surprisingly the oud here is not like barnyardy shitty oud. It's wearable. It's definitely wearable. I much prefer this over the original Interlude Man because the powderiness kind of saves the overall scent profile and the wearability for me. But my God, this is just, I don't know, today in 2025, like where are you gonna wear it? You would have to live in Arctic conditions to like be able to really feel this shit. Dude, you can't wear that in the summer. Like imagine doing 10 sprays of this shit in hot weather. You and everyone else is gonna die. Pencil shaving, port wine, wet redwood tree, grassy dirt soil. 6. And where to wear it? Nowhere. I mean, a trip to Antarctica? Meet Santa? Fuck a reindeer? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I even forgot I had Portrayal Man. Look at that. I don't remember the scent, honestly. Shit happens. What am I gonna do? Vetiver, woody, slightly green, airy, kind of like ozonic nature. Feels like a little bit of like the hint of the subliminal that I think my brain smells when it smells Molecule 1. What I assume is vetiver, a little bit of a patchouli, that's it. Easy, woody, clean, little musk, green, oily, sandalwoodish vetiver energy. Nice, very wearable, non-offensive, kind of in the space of like a 𝗙𝗲𝗏𝗏 𝗙𝗏𝗏, although 𝗙𝗏𝗏 is a little bit more character. This one is kind of just a little bit flatline right now. Not super exciting, but not boring either. Just kind of a muted personality that comes out when they're inebriated. I'd give this like a 6.5. Doesn't really move me. It's very versatile as far as wear. You can pull it off whenever because it's not overly anything. It's just okay. Well, a little better than okay, but not great. Oh my God, how did I almost forget the deliciousness of material? How did I almost forget this 𝗙cie masterpiece? Bro, what? Oh, fuck me. These bottles generally are supposed to be the feminine looking bottles. The masculine ones look like this. The feminine ones look like this. I don't think that they came out with a masculine version. This is 100% unisex. For me, leans way more masculine than it is feminine. I mean, love at first sniff. When I got this shit in the mail, I was like, ooh, they torpedo batted this motherfucker out of the park with this scent. What a sweet, incredible amber that is just, this is what she does. The perfumer 𝗙cie Zarokian just up to bat and just out of here. Smoke, amber, sweet candy, elegant, sexual in nature. I would close encounter this shit all day. Full vibe on skin. Not too overbearing, but does not slack on performance either. It has this melodic energy. It's smooth, it's thought-provoking, it's elegant, it's a whole situation. Material for me is a solid 9er. Nobody puts baby in a corner, and I did that. Sorry, you fucked your face up with that nose job. And finally, Imitation Man by Amouage. Don't remember these fucking notes. Or the scent profile, honestly. This was another blind buy poll because I thought the bottle looked kind of funky with that gradient look, but let's see. Fruity powder. It's gotta be orris, orange mixed with, I don't know, it's that citrus. Citrus of some sort, slightly tart but sweet, very orris, powdery, lipstick, makeup baggish kind of situation. A little bit of a vodka essence, airy woods, a little 𝐢𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐿, also kind of like a mild incense nature. Interesting, kind of grows and it starts to develop a little bit more. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting like a suede boot. It smells like one of my cowboy boots. I don't know if it has leather inside, possibly. Yeah, citrus, slightly sugary, a little tart, used cowboy boot, also dried fruit, maybe a rose, sugary. It's actually progressively getting better. I'd give this like a solid 7.2. When to wear this or how to wear this? Let me think. How would I wear this joint? I mean, it has a good amount of versatility. It's not dark enough to be very weather specific. There's definitely an elegance here. I don't know, it just feels like I'm wearing all leather. I'm wearing cowboy boots, I'm wearing a pair of jeans, I'm wearing a leather jacket, maybe even a cowboy hat. Fucking Western, I'm Texas. It's fucking Yellowstone. But there's a little green airiness about this fragrance too. Maybe 7.3. This definitely has like the potency to grow on me. Well, that's it, everyone. I mean, I've given you all the Amouages in my collection, let's be sure. I think, if not, I'll revisit it again. But, I mean, based on my interpretations right now and the scoring in 2025, Amouage is a fucking monster player. It's definitely one of my favorite houses. They cater to my type of style of perfumery. I like something a little bit more bold when I'm not on my gourmand kick. And they definitely hit it here. They know how to do smoke, they know how to do oud, they know how to do rose, they know how to do frankincense, and they know how to do performance. But you're gonna pay a premium for that shit, so proceed with caution. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. What's your favorite Amouage fragrance? Leave it in the comments below. I'll see y'all stitches next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.